Hey, YouTube. What's good, baby? Y'all know what time it is. Y'all coming on in and kicking it with me. Hey, welcome to the man cave. Now, y'all know what it is. Hit the thumbs up, get them subscriptions going so we can keep it rolling, man. We're going to get into it like we always do it, okay? Now, this episode, this show, this segment, whatever you want to call it, we're talking about what do women really want and how to uh, repair a stale relationship. Now we're gonna start with that. But first of all, look, y'all show the love, baby. Hit the subscription button, thumbs up or whatever, keep it rolling, baby. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. This a long time ago. Gotta get this stick going, baby. It's a Cuban stock selection. So better go show cut. But listen, um, at the time, man, my wife and I, we had 4 years of marriage, 14 years together total, right? So we hit a little spot. We got a little boring. She got stale, I got stale. I was hanging out with my clique and she was doing her thing or whatever, and we just kind of ran flat, right? But after 14 years together, I think we both knew we were heading in the wrong direction, right? So I'll tell you what I did. I went and bought her this nice purple dress, which is my favorite color, and purse and shoe, little clutch purse, shoes to match it, right? Laid it on the bed, laid the whole outfit out, and left her a note and said, "Hey, be here at this spot, 6:30 sharp. Do not be late." Now, I went and reserved us a nice four-star hotel room, which had the bar in it, right? So, of course, she followed up on it and said, what's going on? So I sit back deep in the cut. So in the lobby, you could see the bar, you know, and people and the entrance at the same time. So she sat down. She came in. I saw her sit down. She sat at the bar. And I sat deep back in the cut so she wouldn't notice me. She was looking around, picking up her phone. She checking her phone a couple times. Then she called me and I didn't answer, right? So what I did, she ordered a drink and I told the bartender exactly what she was gonna have on and what she was gonna order. And exactly that's what happened. So once she had a couple sips out of her first drink, I walked over there. And when she turned around, I said, "How you doing, pretty lady?" And she looked at me and smiled. She said, "I'm fine." I said, "What's your name?" When I said that, she knew, okay, it's time to go with the game. So had it not been any energy felt, she would have said, "Man, what's going on? What we here for?" But she knew what I was doing, right? So we sat down and had a regular conversation like we never met each other. Bought her another drink. I gave the bartender the wink. Told him I was gonna get her a second one. So we rapped for a minute, and I told her, "Listen, I got a room upstairs. Come up there. We can, get to know each other a little bit more. Maybe pour another drink up. Right?" So we reinvented our relationship all over again. So that's what I did to trigger, ignite a fresh start in the relationship, and it worked out. She was captivated by it and caught off guard. Never had anything like that happen. And hey, the rest is history, fella. So that's something you could do to refresh a stale relationship. Start a fresh date over. Start a date all the way over again with your lady, right? Just start it all over. Run it back. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you, it's two things in a relationship. It's security and it's comfort. Being secure in your relationship is good. Being comfortable is actually bad. And what I mean is, when you secure, you get dressed, she getting dressed, you tell her, "Hey, look, baby, go have a good one. See you this evening." Kiss her, whatever. Don't think twice about what she gonna do or who she gonna meet. Comfortable is when you come home doing the same thing over and over again. Y'all done did a couple years together, so you think you ain't got to take out the trash, think you ain't got to take her out to eat, think you ain't got to buy nothing. She ain't said nothing, you ain't said nothing, so you think everything fine. See, you done got comfortable. Then next thing you know, somebody smoothing you come along. Cause believe it or not, fellas, somebody always smoothing you. I tell them all the time. Now you play that game, you get to arguing with that woman a couple of times, keep on doing that, and watch her go to the grocery store and meet that boy. Meet Tom Slick. You know, then you think she ain't gonna do nothing if you want to. Now you gotta treat her right, man. But fellas, you want to revive a dying relationship, start it all over again. Take her on that first date, meet her all over again, and see where it goes. I hope it worked for you, but it sure worked for me because we managed to pull off 28 years. We managed to pull off 14 more years than that. You know, 10 years together, 18 years married, 28 total. So we made it happen, baby. Now, what do really women really want? That's a tough question in these days. But I gotta say, man, we didn't build this environment where women can convince themselves. Now, I, I'm almost sure, and I hate to say this, but it's mostly African American women. They didn't they didn't kind of built this universe around black women to say they don't need no man to force them to be independent. When other races, you know how it go. Uh, they rely on their men. They not jumping around saying they independent. Of course you independent, baby. Once you get out your mama house, you independent. Everybody independent. But the thing about that independence, that's fine. But the problem is when you get to saying you don't need no man. Now that's when you got issue. That's when you got lady issues. You get you one like that, she a problem because when she go to the tie shop and get her tie chain, it ain't gonna be no woman. When she need that muffler replaced or the Cadillac converter, ain't gonna be no woman. It's gonna be a man. So, baby, contrary to your, you need we all necessary. We need y'all. Y'all need us. But those kind of women right there are the most insecure women you'll ever meet because they try to build themselves up on being strong and independent. Right? I'm gonna tell you what they want. A lot of women, first of all, women don't want them. They want mind readers. You're supposed to be able to read their mind, right? And y'all fellas, if y'all been in any kind of relationship, y'all know that don't work. They'll sit around and watch the bottom fall out before they said something. Thinking you supposed to. I thought you knew. You know how it go. But watch this. Catch a woman. She get dressed to go to a nightclub or a dance or whatever, right? She get she get fly as she can get. She looking her best, right? She looking in the mirror, making sure everything on point. She in her mind, she going there saying she gonna be the finest thing in the room, right? But when she get there, she noticed a couple more, baddies in there, little hot things in there looking good to her, right? Now, in the event, this that independent woman I'm talking about that don't need no man, right? In the event that she get there and do not receive one single compliment or second glance, she gonna feel her way. Her confidence is gonna deplete. The only reason it ain't gonna happen like that is she 100% authentically there just to have a good time. Those are the only two scenarios in that case. She either gonna feel away because she didn't get no compliment, ego gonna be struck, or she really was there authentically just to have a good time. So I said that to say this: women want to be recognized for their beauty and their femininity, but the way you do that, fellas, if you having trouble understanding a woman, that's why in the beginning if you single out there, and you trying to meet you somebody, cause 9 times out of 10, well, I say it's a 50-50 chance that you actually meet your soulmate, right? Y'all know how that thing goes. Sometimes you got butterfly, your soulmate fly off to the next man, and y'all still in each other back of y'all head, thinking, man, that should have been my soulmate. I wonder what my soulmate doing, right? But first of all, take your time and learn how to observe a woman and read a room. If you at a bar, grill, or lounge, or club, or whatever, and you got your eyes on the prize, right? Make eye contact with her. Let her know you watching her. If she frown and look off, you looking at her the wrong way. If she look at you, look back again, and she get to fumbling with her hair or fidgeting or whatever, now you got on the ropes now. She You got her attention. She like, man, I'm all right, let me get myself together. Let me see if he gonna come over. Slide on over there. Look her dead in the eye and say, how you doing, pretty lady? By yourself? Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. There it is. Take her out on their first date. They want to be secure that you know where to go, you know how to treat her. But the way you do that is take her out on that first date and find out everything about her you can on that first date. What she like to eat, what she like to shop. Now that shoe size thing, that's gonna come on down the line. If you plan on taking her to that next level, you need to know her shoe size, waistline. You got to know how to slide that in there. But a woman want a man that knows all about her attributes. They want a man that can listen, right? If you can't listen to a woman when she talking, she gonna lose interest in it. And you gotta keep us from all women are spontaneous. They do stuff on the whim, right? But fellas, excuse me, it's important that you listen to her, let her talk, even if you got something to say. Just let her go and talk. Just keep in mind what you got to say. And then you can decide then if it's even worth what you had to say, if it's even worth saying. You know, letting it out. Because she might say enough where you don't have to say nothing at all. Right? But learn the woman. If you live with a woman, you supposed to know her shoe size. Supposed to know what size jeans she wear. Supposed to know what kind of fragrances she like. Supposed to know what kind of food she like. If you don't know all that, you already failing in that relationship, right? Because like I tell you, there's always somebody out there smoother than you, baby. So you got to stay on your toes in these relationships. And once you start getting comfortable, that's it. That's it. If you know you comfortable and you ain't doing nothing to change it, nah, that's it, buddy. You forget that whether y'all living together, shacking up, married or whatever, or got your own place, got to know that woman, man. And then when you throw that out, when you throw some of your knowledge out there on her about herself, that's the element of surprise. She adore that. Oh, you got me my favorite color. How you know I like that? Come on, baby, it's me. They love that. But they want to be recognized. They don't want no man they got toted around like a puppet, right? You got to be strong and they want to feel safe around you. You know, you got to make that woman feel secure. And they one thing a woman, all women hate. They hate when you throw things back in their face. If you got to say it to them, you got to bring up a situation and say, well, baby, you ain't say that when I spent all this money on you taking you out. Wow. Then a few weeks later you bring it back up. Man, I ain't say that when I took y'all out. I spent all that money. What? They don't like that. If you got to bring that up in your relationship, bring it up in another way. Like just mention money itself. Don't mention an isolated incident. Because if you do that, then she gonna feel like you didn't do it genuinely and you throwing it in her face. Just bring it up, you know, in a group thing. But listen, I spend the bulk of the money on this, or I spend the bulk of the money on it. That way, she won't think it's that one time you did something for her, and now you ain't throwing it in her face. You ain't got to say it, but once she gonna know how you feel. Never argue. If you can help it, fella, don't raise your voice. Don't raise your voice. Talk to her in a calm manner. Look her dead in the eye. But I'm gonna tell you, man, if to avoid taking 3 or 4 years going down that rabbit hole, man, with somebody and it don't work out, take your time and listen, learn, observe the woman, and learn something about her before you even start to make her your significant other. That way, you got what you want. Some of it ain't. You're gonna have to take the good with the bad. Some you gonna like, some you ain't gonna like. But you got to say if the good outweigh the bad, then you can roll with it. But if you can't take it, you better jump out that plane before it crash, baby. Tell you, you got to be proactive. Don't be reactive. Now, a woman they like to be treated feminine, holding their hand, touching their lower back when you let them in the room. Now, me personally, I ain't no big chivalry guy. Like I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not finna open your door unless your hand full, it's raining outside or something like that right there. That's what they keyless entry for. Waka, waka. Hey, baby, you better get in because I'm sure finna get in. Now, I'll open the door when we going into an establishment. But opening your car door up and slamming it, unless it's a special occasion or you got really, you need that. But just if we finna jump up and go to Sam's or Walmart, quacka, better get on in. I'm be going by myself. I ain't lying. But hey, fellas, if you believe in that kind of chivalry, there's nothing wrong with it because I still see guys do that. But I'll open the chair up for you, let you sit down, scoot the chair up. I do stuff like that. It's just that car thing really with me. That about the only thing. But fella, listen to them. Even when you know they lying, you gotta be able to listen to your woman. Gotta be able to read her body language. But the most of all what women really want, man, is for you to know her. That's what she wants. She wants you to be able to know her, man. And she figure you know her. That's why they don't when you get home and the lights turned off, what happened to the power? I ain't paid a light bill. Why you ain't let me know? Well, you knew I had to pay it. No, I knew it had to be paid. I ain't know if you could pay it or not. You close mouth don't get paid. See, they don't want to have to go down through that. And you got to tell them off the top. Hey, listen, if we going to rock, baby, I need you to communicate with me. I need total cooperation and communication. If you can get that out of your woman, y'all can go a long way, man. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you, man, when you picking up a woman for the first time, look her in the eye, man. Look her dead in the eye. That's gonna tell you everything you need to know. Is she approachable? Is she freaky? Is she a lady? Is she shy? It's gonna tell you all that. Cause like I said, you give her that stare, eye to eye. And if you can't seem to look at her eye, look dead at her nose. Look right here at her nose, and it's gonna look like you looking dead in her eye. Stare at her about 3 seconds. She gonna look off. She gonna look back. Stare at it again. She gonna start fumbling around. She gonna pull that hair back. She gonna move that drink. She gonna look at her phone. You know what I'm saying? She know you looking, and she wondering, "Hey, I'm wondering if he checking me out." Then you slide over there. Hey, how you doing? You mind if I join? Sure, why not? What's your name? Angela. Angela, I'm Pony. Nice to meet you, Pony. Uh, can I buy you a drink? Well, I'm on my last one. I'm about to leave. Okay, well, I just came over. I couldn't help but to notice. I don't know if you noticed, see me watching or not. I just couldn't help but notice how beautiful you were standing back there. I had to come over and introduce myself, even if it don't go no farther. Oh, that's sweet. But I got a man. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to let you know. I hope he telling you he beautiful. He do. Okay, love. Well, listen. You take care. Okay. You sure I can't buy you a drink? Well, there it is. Once he said that, there it is. See now. she tried her best to hold on to old boy, but she already knew he on his way out the door. She was just waiting on you. You that cat that's smooth than the other cat. See what I'm saying? Sit down. Our platonic relationship with her. What part of town? What she do for a living? What ambition? Children she got. Don't answer her age unless she look underage. You know what I'm saying, fella? Don't answer her age. She gonna some of the things she gonna start talking about gonna reveal her age range at least, right? But that's how you do it. See, she didn't want to. She tried to play hard to get without pushing you away. In that scenario that I just gave, I'm telling you, man, fella, don't be scared of these women out here, man. They want you confident. Women want you confident, sitting up right. They want you smelling good. They want you clean shave. They want you rugged sometimes. You know what I mean? They want you to be a man. They don't want you to catch the flu and roll around and can't get up and use the bathroom. Hey, come get. I'm sick. They don't want that. They want to see you struggling, fighting to get up. You come here, then come here, man. Let me help. You know what I'm talking about? They want you strong, man, so they can be soft. Cause fella, let's just be clear. That independent woman thing, ladies. I ain't trying to rain on y'all parade, all that. But don't nobody want to hear I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. We tired of hearing that. I don't want no woman like that. Cause see, you gonna be a conflict of interest every time. Cause see, somewhere along the line, your heart has been broken. You mad at men and all that right there. You a basher. We don't want that kind. Cause most independent women, they don't even say they independent. They say I'm a single parent, doing my thing. Blah, blah, blah. They ain't hollering. I'm independent. I don't need no man. Well, baby, don't you ain't got to announce. You know. So them the one be left in the dark. And fellas, and I did the algorithm on my page. I got 99% views male audience. So I could say this, and women, you free to join me if you want to. But uh, oh man, I forgot what I was finna say, y'all. Ain't that something? And that was a cold point. Oh man, what were we talking about? Damn, man, I can't believe I just forgot that. It slipped my mind. Well, I guess I'm had to say before another show, man. Oh man, fella, I was just finna hit y'all with some game. Um, damn, we were talking about the independent women don't need no man. They're conflict of interest. They gonna be, oh man, oh wow, fellas. I brought the algorithm up about my page, and it just slipped my mind. I was gonna tell y'all something. One, I've been waiting to get this off all day long, but I got my script in my head, so it's jumping up. So I'm picking bits and pieces out of it, and I done forgot. Oh man, damn. Well, fellas, I guess I'm gonna have to leave y'all with that. But it's I can't think, man. Hey, well, we're gonna leave it at that, fellas. I guess I'll come back on the next show. And if I think of it, I'm gonna spit it out there. Uh we're gonna do some picks on the next one as well. And we're gonna kick it, man. Y'all got some topics y'all want me to touch on the next episode. Put them in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna roll with it because we're in the man cave, baby. Hey, we can do what we want to do here. You know what I'm saying? We can do what we want to do, baby. That's why they said welcome to the man cave, baby. We here. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Thank you. Let's be clear on that, man. So, hey, until next time, fellas, appreciate y'all coming out. It's the weekend, or it's a week. Depending on when I drop this episode. Anyway, I wanted to do it Saturday, but I ain't sure because it's college football weekend. The weather's pretty moderate. Everybody doing their thing. So we'll see. Whenever I drop it, man, I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. That is my time, baby. I'm out.